Hey everybody, welcome back to the HillBilly Voodoo channel. For those of you just finding this channel, we are in the process of making a tracked vehicle out of an old lawnmower and an old snowmobile. So in the last show, we were just trying to decide how we were going to cut this snowmobile track in half. Well, as you can see, we were successful. We used a Sawzall, and now we have 2 tracks instead of just one. By some weird fluke, the rims that were originally on this tractor are the exact width of the track cut in half. What kind of coinky-dink is that? So, the current plan is to build drive sprockets out of these rims. I'm going to put a flange a little bit higher on here so that it holds the track on, and then we'll put pieces across the rim to act as drivers. So since the last show, we've found a direction for this project. Give you a little bit of backstory. My recent trip into civilization, which I have to do once a week to appease my wife so that I don't turn into some feral animal and start biting people, I came across a guy stuck in a snowbank on his mobility chair. Everybody was driving by him, doing their yoga thing and drinking their half-calf lattes or whatever they were doing. Nobody stopped to help him. So anyways, I pull over, push the dude out of the snowbank, say goodbye, thinking to myself, wow, that would really suck. I wonder how long he was sitting there for. Well, guess what? This is now going to be a tracked wheelchair. Tracked wheelchair. Extreme off-road wheelchair. So we're going to dub this project EOR. Well, I guess the W will be silent, but this project's going to be dubbed EOR. Hopefully it will turn out. Hopefully it will be a cheap alternative to somebody being stuck in a snowbank while everybody drives by. Yeah, I don't know what kind of Sawzall blades those dudes down the road are using, but man, they would have your catalytic converter gone, sold, and be sitting on the couch drinking beer in the time it's taken me to try to cut this suspension apart. Now that we got this suspension cut in half, we have to do a little bit of machining. The pieces are held together with rods that go straight through the center. And they go all the way through from one side of the suspension to the other, and they have a bolt that holds the wheels themselves on. So we're going to have to cut this down probably to about there and drill and thread that end so that when we put it through there, we can mount another wheel onto that side. It's not too much crazy machining. We're going to have to shorten this part up a bit so that it's in line with that wheel. I've already cut this shaft down to the right length and machined and put a bolt in. And the same thing with that end. Did that off camera. And now we're going to do this one. We'll hopefully get some of the machining on camera. My lathe is kind of hillbilly ghetto, but that's what we do here is HillBilly Voodoo, so show you my lathe here in a second. Here's my super awesome Chinesium mini lathe. Can you make usable parts on a Chinese lathe, you ask? Hell yeah, you can. Are they going to be precision? Not even close, but they will do the job. This lathe has seen some hard miles, boy. As you can see, I've had to repower it with another motor That motor's probably older than Moses. I can't tell you where it came from because I don't really know. Anyways, from there, we've gone into a jack shaft with some gear or pulleys on it. And from that pulley, we've gone into the back end of the mini lathe. Do you have reverse? No, you don't have reverse. Do you have the feed? Yeah, you still got the feed. So, besides that, it works. It does what it's supposed to do, or what I need it to do anyways. Can you turn really big stuff? No. But, for this case, we're going to be making a bushing out of this rusty piece of steel that I found on the floor a few minutes ago. We're going to make that bushing to fit over that shaft and fill that hole, because that hole is way bigger than that shaft. So we'll start turning this, cleaning it all up. I'll show you after it's done, because I'm kind of a one-man show here and my camera skills really suck. So bring you back as soon as we get her done. We got our bushing turned down and sized so it fits in the hole nice and tight, nice and snug anyways. And we got our shaft turned down to the right length, and that shaft goes in the hole. It's fairly tight. And we got the piece cut down the right length. Made that bushing there for the end of that pipe to kind of match that bushing there. Not made out of the same material. That was a little rubber stopper bottom of a chair leg stool thing that just happened to be slightly bigger around than the hole itself. So I machined her down and then drilled a hole in it. And that goes right in through the hole. So now, put that through, sticks out either side. Now we can bolt a wheel onto there and a wheel onto there. When we tighten it up, everything will be riding on the bearings and the shaft. And this side, they'll end up looking like those. And then we're gonna have to figure out some type of wheel for the end of it. Put probably a rather large wheel of some type on there to increase our approach angle so we can go over rocks and sticks and logs and what other kind of bush muppets run out in front of us. And yeah, so we'll end this video here. If you like this kind of content, give me a thumbs up. You'll have to excuse my speech right now. My face is kind of cold. It's really cold out here, but rate, like, subscribe, and we'll see you again next time.